10:47 p.m., December 21st, Sunday. First day of winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. Shortest number of hours of daylight. Every day, the sunlight lasts longer from now until June 21st, the first day of summer solstice. And south of the equator, it's the first day of summer. That's how it works here on the planet Earth. Chiefs got beat pretty good by the worst record, Tennessee. Second string quarterback got hurt. I guess he had an ACL injury to his leg, and third string came in. He made some plays, but they lost pretty good. Yeah, kind of sad, disappointing. Yeah, who cares now? I don't know. Loyalty. See how many people show up at Christmas game. I would bet the network tries to change the Christmas game to teams that would be in contention. Now Denver is the first place team, and last year planning the Chiefs are a Super Bowl team. They've just fallen apart this year. So I get dirt cheap tickets to go to the Christmas game at Arrowhead. Christmas night, prime time. But the weather's supposed to be nice, 70 degrees on Christmas around here. That's pretty abnormally warm. I guess the best game I've seen is last night, Chicago Bears-Packers. Bears came back in the fourth quarter and got an onside kick. Recovered an onside kick. Now, I have not seen anybody recover an onside kick for many years, especially with these new rules. But they got a touchdown, then they recovered the onside kick and tied the game and went to overtime and won the game with a bomb. Quarterback went through for the jugular, they said, and he threw it into the end zone, and the defender had the guy, his arms around the guy's neck before the ball got there. He almost the guy caught it. Well, they won the game in overtime. Pretty wild. Yeah. See, eating dinner at Texas Roadhouse. These people had Texas A&M stuff on, cowboy hat. I said, at Texas A&M, they playing football. Did win this weekend? Or they're in the playoffs, right? The guy said no, they lost, but they were here. But they went to the women's volleyball national championship at Sprint Center here in Kansas City, or what they call it, T-Mobile Center, and Texas A&M won the national championship for volleyball. They said they were out celebrating dinner. So, didn't even know it was happening. Yeah. But good for them. Good for the volleyball girls there. Volleyball is one of the sports I claimed I invented the spike serve, but there can be some truth and exaggeration in everything everybody says. Stock market went up last week, midweek, on the Micron. Guidance going forward is, they're going to be going gangbusters on AI. So, tech stocks were up. They're up right now, pre-market. See, something, a school in Alabama or Mississippi installed solar panels on the roof, and they're turning a profit. They eliminated the $600,000 electrical bill and make $500,000 a year selling the excess electricity back to the grid, and therefore the teachers can get a raise. Well, that sounds pretty much like it'd be good in every southern state. I got a lot of sunlight. Any state that can do it, where the technology works out, the finances. I guess somewhere in the desert they're going to build a giant solar-powered desalination plant for water, taking ocean water out there in those desert countries in the Middle East using solar panels to turn that ocean water into drinkable water where they don't have a lot of water. Multi-billion-dollar project. I guess they also got some projects where they're going to build cities that are like completely enclosed cities out in the desert, Dubai or Egypt or something. One of these, they're going to be like mile long, 300 meter yards wide, and they're going to be cities like in an aquarium for people to live, work, everything, transportation, no cars, no pollution, everything just enclosed there. Pretty ambitious plan. People have asked me, have you ever worked as an engineer? And I said I've never really had a job as an engineer, but an engineer is according to Wikipedia or Google definition, engineer is a professional who uses science, math, and creativity to design, build, and maintain structures, machines, systems, and processes, solving complex problems while considering constraints like safety, budget, and regulations. They apply technical knowledge to innovate solutions from software and electronics to civil infrastructure and healthcare devices, often requiring specific degrees, exams, experience for licensing. The term also refers to someone who manages or operates complex equipment or model it, or more broadly, a skillful planner or schemer. Well, I didn't try to get the engineering license at Oklahoma State. I became kind of sick of all of it. And I never had a professional engineering job. Now I've had thinking analytical jobs. I say I'm a thinker. I'm not a fucking thinking and analyzing things. I do that. I'm not getting paid to do it. I do it for myself. I mean, never had a job getting paid to do something like that. Haven't had my real estate license for 20 years. Was denied my hedge fund license and all stockbroker shit. Really, the whole thing's been about my hedge fund license since I was 16, my investment license, my money management. And, I put some stuff on the Securities and Exchange Commission Facebook website the other day. On their little Facebook post about it doesn't seem right. A lot of things don't seem right. A lot of things don't seem right since high school diploma, since before high school diploma. So, that $4 billion hedge fund paycheck out there is minimum wage for me with my degrees, mechanical engineering from Oklahoma State in 4 years, and MSM Purdue Krannert. All the crap and fraud is real, and anybody who fails to admit it and recognize it and say, yeah, I'm right, I don't care. I am right. I'm not wrong. You're not right. I'm more right than anybody I've been around. So we don't let just anybody do it. Paycheck precedent, business license precedent, $4 billion a year minimum wage for me with those degrees and test scores. I went to the casino a couple times last week. Won big and gave it all back. Didn't quit. Oh, I had the money in my pocket like an idiot. Oh well, that's the way it goes. What's the SEC website gonna say? Let's get this day trading rule eliminated and quit requiring $25,000 cash to do day trading. It's ridiculous. I read on CNBC and Google. Google it. They're supposed to change it to eliminate $25,000 requirement, $2,000 requirement in your account or something. Let's get this done so I can start making my money like I'm supposed to. And that $4 billion a year hedge fund paycheck's past due for every year since kindergarten, punks. And $1 trillion is due for all the goddamn time trespassing, disrespecting my ownership of the company at Merrill Lynch and Smith Barney and Paint Weber, or the parent company. And the real estate industry, your punk ass bullshit. Just hand me $1 billion for your punk ass bullshit. I'm from here. Yeah. It's not acceptable, punks. So, what did I say? Tomorrow, stock market's open up. I expect technology stocks to do well. Put a few charts on my Facebook thing tonight. That Uber looks like it's a pretty good bottom right now to go higher. Nvidia looks like it's gonna, it didn't take off last week. It looks like it's good to go higher. Oracle, old time stock that I guess Dad and the trust had 10, 20,000 shares of Oracle. I guess he spent it all locking me up in jail in Osawatomie. Fucking punk, whoever the fucking asshole was. He really was just a complete fucking punk asshole. Piece of shit. Yeah, my brother didn't answer the phone. I gave him a Christmas present. Funny thing, I got mail from him to say Dad deliver the package to his house. I got something in the mail card, but he didn't. I don't know what the fuck. He got something stuck up his ass. Like everybody wants to act tough and insult me in front of their family, because that's what it's all about. All the idiots around here brainwash each other into what it's all about. They say I'm sucking their cock because I don't fucking go in there and kill them all. What? This place is just Punkville. It's just a bunch of fucking idiot scum, lying punks. Set me up to do something, provoke me, so they have an excuse to say, oh, well, we had to defend ourselves when we killed him. Just drop. They don't need to be fucking. Purdue, your bullshit Wilbur's pure fucking ridiculous. Well, I don't know who the hell Ann is. Ann, who the hell is Ann? I don't have a wife. I'm not married. I don't know who the hell Kelly is. Kelly. I don't know if people say names of sound like females. I don't know who the fuck they are. I don't know who they're referring to, maybe most of the time. I do know girls named Ann, females, and Kelly. I've known girls named Kelly, whatever. You know what? What? Are they fucking. There's a casino, this black guy comes up sitting there saying, oh, you've been waiting all year long to wear that hat. I had Santa Claus hat on. I said, well, it's Christmas. I put it on. I said, what do you got? You got your Gilligan's Island hat on. And he starts talking about, Ginger and Mary Ann and Mrs. Howell and all this stuff. And he said he was a pimp or something. His name's not on the building. His name's not Hollywood, but he's the pimp. I started laughing. So he looks like Gilligan's Island. They said he played basketball at the University of Michigan, was 6'4" and 70 years old, older than me. And just kind of laughing and joking, And then his wife sat down. They got a white girl for a wife, and they're just like, everybody's yakking there, and they're all from Olathe. Everybody's sitting there is from Olathe, and I was like, yeah, well, if I see you, maybe I'll see you in Olathe and say hi. Yeah. Oh gosh, they were laughing. They made me laugh. So I said, well, you know what? I could make the 3-pointer. I'm under 6 feet tall. I could make the 3-pointer, but they didn't give you credit for 3 points back then. And he goes, well, yeah, no. And he was an athlete, I guess, from Alabama. Yeah. Who went to Michigan. But he wasn't pulling for Alabama. So when the football game was on TV, Alabama, Oklahoma, he was not cheering for Alabama. He was cheering for Oklahoma, I guess. I don't know. The other guy had a hat on, rancher. And he from Olathe. Well, I live in Olathe now for 20 years or so, 22 long. I don't fucking know. Nothing works out. It all turns into bullshit, crap, and fraud, don't it? So I do this shit. I'm not guilty. I'm right. I'm not wrong.